The royal halls of Amalienburg Palace have echoed with grandeur, tradition, and duty for centuries. But now, within those gilded walls, a new storm brews, one far more personal and emotional than ever witnessed in recent Danish royal history. A son, now a king, has stepped forward not only as a monarch, but as a grieving child, a devoted heir, and a man torn between the throne and family. In a moment both tender and powerful, King Frederik X of Denmark has revealed devastating truths about the emotional and physical toll his beloved mother, Queen Margrethe II, is enduring. The Danish public, who have long revered the Queen as a symbol of strength and unshakable grace, is now confronting the painful reality of what the monarch has been facing behind palace doors. And make no mistake, this isn't just another royal speech. This is a confession, a glimpse behind the curtain of monarchy, a truth wrapped in emotion, vulnerability, and the weight of royal duty. But what exactly did King Frederik say? Why now? And what does this mean for the future of the Danish royal family? Let's unravel the heartbreaking layers of this extraordinary royal revelation. A shocking royal confession. During a recent and rare interview that left even the Danish press stunned, King Frederik X opened up about the true condition of Queen Margrethe II, not just as a former monarch, but as his mother, a woman who has endured decades of pressure, responsibility, and now, painful transformation. He didn't mince words. With raw honesty, he shared, "My mother gave everything to this country. But now, she faces something that no crown can protect her from: age, loss, and change." This simple yet heavy statement sent a chill through the hearts of royal watchers across Europe. It signaled not just a personal concern, but an unprecedented transparency from a royal figure often trained to shield the private behind ceremony. Queen Margrethe's abdication. More than duty. Earlier this year, Queen Margrethe made global headlines when she abdicated the throne after more than 52 years of historic reign. The public narrative painted her decision as wise, graceful, and even empowering, a monarch passing the torch to the next generation. But King Frederik X has now shared that the abdication came with a deep emotional price. The decision to abdicate wasn't made lightly. It was made in silence, often in tears, the king admitted. Behind the dignified smile she displayed on the balcony, Queen Margrethe was privately confronting mounting health issues, mobility challenges, chronic pain, and the emotional burden of watching her body limit the very duties she once performed with elegance. According to insiders close to the palace, the Queen had been undergoing a series of medical procedures, including back surgery, and was experiencing difficulty standing for long periods or traveling for state visits. But it wasn't just physical. It was emotional too. She feared becoming a shadow of herself, the king explained. This intimate detail paints a vivid picture of a monarch who chose to step down not out of weakness, but out of a desire to preserve dignity. The weight of history, and heartache. To truly understand this story, we must go back to 1972, when a 31-year-old Margrethe ascended the throne following the death of her father, King Frederik IX. Her reign was historic, not only as the first queen regnant of Denmark in centuries, but also as a cultural icon who modernized the monarchy. Over the decades, she became a symbol of Danish identity, art, stability, and unity. So when she announced her abdication, many thought she was simply bowing out gracefully. But the truth, now revealed by her son, is far more painful. Frederik described sleepless nights filled with discussions, moments of silence between them where both knew the road ahead would never be the same. He admitted to moments where he begged his mother to stay longer, while at other times, he urged her to listen to her body's warnings. It wasn't about duty anymore. It was about love. "I wanted her to choose herself, for once," he said, his voice cracking. This confession cuts deep, revealing the humanity behind the crown, a son watching his once invincible mother quietly break under the weight of age and time. The toll on family ties. Behind the emotional curtain lies another reality: how the Queen's transition has affected the royal family. The king revealed that the decision has had far-reaching consequences, not just in public duties but in their personal bonds. Queen Margrethe has reportedly become more reclusive, spending more time in her private quarters, surrounded by art and music, her lifelong passions. Her once active public life is now replaced with quiet mornings, limited outings, and constant medical supervision. Frederik admitted that their conversations have become more reflective. "She talks more about my father now. About the old days, about regrets, and about fear. These moments of reflection hint at a queen reconciling her past with the uncertain path ahead. But perhaps even more poignant is how this shift has impacted her relationship with Queen Mary, Frederik's wife and the new queen consort. According to reports, tensions have quietly simmered between Margrethe and Mary over differing approaches to royal duty, tradition, and modernization. And while Frederik did not elaborate publicly, palace insiders suggest that Margrethe's withdrawal has softened those differences, creating space for healing. She's letting go, one palace aide said. But she's also watching from the shadows. The legacy she leaves behind. Queen Margrethe's reign was never just about politics or diplomacy. It was about identity, creativity, and resilience. From her work as an illustrator and designer to her role as a unifying figure in turbulent times, Margrethe shaped the Danish monarchy in ways unmatched in modern history. But what happens to that legacy now? King Frederik knows the weight of the crown he now wears. He expressed fear, not of failure, but of not honoring his mother's legacy. She redefined what it meant to be a monarch. "I don't want to undo what she built," he said. And that's the emotional crux of this story. A son not only grieving the slow decline of his mother but also carrying the immense burden of preserving her legacy. It's a rare moment of vulnerability for a royal family often shrouded in protocol. What lies ahead for Queen Margrethe? While Queen Margrethe has not made public appearances recently, royal aides have confirmed that she is still involved in some state matters, albeit from a distance. Her most recent appearance, a quiet and understated attendance at a private family gathering, left many surprised by her frailty. Sources reveal that she's now being monitored by a dedicated team of medical experts, and that her activities are carefully scheduled around her health needs. And yet, she continues to write, to paint, and to reflect. "She's not gone," said Frederik. "She's just quieter now." The Queen's retreat into a more private life is not a disappearance, it is a transformation. One where she reclaims her identity outside the crown. In many ways, it is the most human phase of her life. The people's response. Across Denmark, the response to King Frederik's revelations has been emotional and overwhelming. Social media has been flooded with tributes, prayers, and messages of gratitude for a queen who gave her life to the nation. Danish citizens, young and old, have shared personal memories of the Queen, meeting her during state visits, watching her on TV during Christmas broadcasts, or seeing her wave from palace balconies. For many, she has been more than a monarch, she has been a national grandmother. And now, they grieve with the royal family. A final reflection from the king. As the interview came to a close, King Frederik X looked directly into the camera, tears in his eyes, and said, "We always thought our mother was eternal. But even queens grow old. And all I can do now is love her, protect her, and carry her legacy." In that moment, the world saw not just a king, but a son. A son who was stepping into power with the heaviest of hearts. Dear viewer, as you reflect on the emotional journey of Queen Margrethe and King Frederik X, we want to hear from you. Do you believe that royal families should share more personal truths like this with the public, or should some emotions stay behind palace walls? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment for more emotional and powerful royal news from Denmark and beyond.